thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HALACHA. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it is for Tuesday, the 26th of January, which is the 13th of Shvat. Today we're going to talk about the halacha. We had taught you yesterday about how you're not allowed to cause a new fragrance to be in your clothing on Shabbos. Can you cause a new fragrance to be inside of your food on Shabbos? Spoiler alert, I'm going to give you my ending. Please don't tune out just because I gave you the ending. It's going to be okay. All right, but let's learn through it here. Here goes. First of all, we're going to start in this halacha here. The Shulchan Aruch says, Litain karkom betavshil, if you wanted to put karkom, now that's saffron, I think. If you wanted to put that, whoops, jumped away from me. If you wanted to put saffron inside of something that you're cooking, mutter, you're allowed. Saffron has, I think it's a bright color, and it also has a strong smell. I think it's a nice smell. Sorry, I don't know saffron too well, but if you want to put that inside of your cooking, the Shulchan Aruch says it's totally fine. Vein lachosh lo mishum tzovea, you do not have to worry that you're dyeing the color of the food with that. Dein tzviya ba'achalin, because there's no dyeing of foods. So if you want to put some color into your foods on Shabbos, it's totally allowed. So the Rabbi Ovadia Yosef concludes from this that he says, look, if tzovea, this is Rabbi Ovadia Yosef's svar, if tzovea, dyeing, does not apply to food, and that's a Torah prohibition, and it's okay when you do that to food, then he concludes that if you were going to just put some added fragrance into food, which is only a rabbinic prohibition, so he says for sure you're allowed to do that on Shabbos. Okay? So basically we have concluded so far, but don't tune me out yet, we've concluded so far that you could color your foods on Shabbos. Okay? Now, but what if you want to color some foods but they're not being used as foods? Then it gets stricter. Let's take you there and show it to you. Here. Yesh Mekomos, whoops, jumped away from me again. So I'm going to Chaf Gimel here, and here's Chaf Gimel. Yesh Mekomos, there are places shehaminag that the custom is sheshovchin shemen shel reach, that they pour some oil that has a beautiful smell, b'mayim, in the water. This like for washing the Kohanim's hands or whatever you have the custom for. And the Magen Avram and the Taz, they say, Kasu da Aser, they said that's not allowed, to Molid Recha, because you're creating smell. So even though we just said that you're allowed to create smell in food, that's when it's food. That's when it's being used as food. But if you have water here that you're going to pour on hands, and you want to call that Molid Recha, that's allowed, well, this time you're not using it as a food. So therefore it's not allowed when you're adding some sweet smell to some water that's being used for just hand washing or something, then you're not allowed to do it. Okay, now one more to go, and that is this detail that I want you to know also. Jumped away from me again. So let's go to, it was in Nun Vav, so here it is in Nun Vav. Interestingly, this is a sidebar, but I just want you to know it. You know, on Pesach, you're supposed to have red wine for your 4 cups, but some people, like me, like the taste of white wine better. So the Mishnah Berurah says right here that you're allowed to add red wine into your white wine because that's just food, and when you're dyeing your foods, it's not a problem. Okay, that's just a side little bonus I gave you for today. But here, this is the one I wanted you to know that's on our topic. V'kolshkein shelo lahasim samemanim bitzluchos mayim. You should not put like dyes inside of water, a pitcher of water, lahamid b'chalon neged hashemesh, to put in the window opposite the sun, because you just want to have a beautiful, glowing, rose-colored vessel in the window in the sunlight because it's beautiful for Shabbos. So you're not allowed to do that on Shabbos. And you might even be violating something biblical if you do that. So do not color your water on Shabbos to put it at the window. I'm running out of time here, 25 seconds left, so let's sum up. You are allowed to dye foods. We've seen that in a few different ways, and it's not a problem. That's what Rabbi Ovadia Yosef says. But when it's not being used as a food, then it's problematic. So you can't add beautiful smell to washing water or to stuff that you're going to put by a window. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.